Yeah. I'm glad I didn't say anything interesting. Because I was muted. I think you're muted. Yeah. Yep. It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. How's it going? Welcome to another Saturday live stream with your girl. Today has already been a day, and it's like for me has barely started. When like in like the grand scheme of things, like I've been up since about 7 o'clock, and then I started working on pre prep for book fest stuff, getting some more signage made up and my payment system squared out of the way, and then I had lunch, and that's where everything all went to hell. Because I was really hungry, so I wolfed down those chicken wraps like something fierce, and almost, decided that I didn't need to actually chew my food before I swallowed it, and it's been a time. And now I'm just like really tired, and it's fine. It's fine. And my coffee's not great, so I haven't been drinking it. So I'm like really caffeine deprived. But then I shouldn't be caffeine deprived because I got my favorite soda again. Today is weird. Okay, is what I'm saying. Anyway, hi Nina, and hi Steeg. Been playing Soul Mask all day. Time to clock in for some words. Realized half the words I wrote yesterday need to happen in a different order, so I started to rewrite a bunch of paragraphs from yesterday. Sometimes that's just gotta be the thing. You know? I forgot, had to buy cat food, and my cat has developed quite a few intolerances and allergies. Oh no! So I can't ask for food from my parents. Don't know what that emoji is. It's supposed to be something. And had to run to the store so the cat wouldn't starve. Now, of course, she wouldn't starve, by the way. I do have some kibble, but she just doesn't like that kibble. As someone who forgot the wet food, and when I say someone, I technically mean it was hubby is the purveyor of the wet food. I give her the dry food like in the afternoon. But she gets wet food like first thing in the morning when he goes to work. And she was out of wet food for 2 days. And she was pitching the most royal of fits because her wet food had been denied. Now, she never finishes her wet food. She has to have it. She has to have it. So I understand this. I ran and now I am tired. I am sorry. That is a time. So what are we working on? What are we doing? What's the vibe for today? Your girl is not going to be working on book 2 because as my routine goes, I was getting ready for bed. I took a nice, warm shower so I could be extra sleepy and go into the blanket and be done. And I had been thinking about some of the feedback I had gotten from book 2. One of the comments was a couple of different variants of what happened to one of the book characters. One of the book 1 side characters that you meet. What happened to her at the end of the book? Because in book 2, she's a hell of a lot angrier than she was in book 1. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be addressing these issues. I'm going to add some scenes where she explains. She is going to tell one of the group that, yeah, this is what happens and this is what happened, and it is all because of the shit that happened with Elizabeth. And this is why I am pissed, right? And then when I went to go through my evening routine, my brain decided that was the perfect time to start firing. And I'm like, you know what I could do? I could still do, like I have to do, right? The here's what you missed on me moments in the story. But I could also write that short story as to what happens with that character. So I'm going to be working on that today. Which, it's going to be fine. I have to make some really quick decisions as to who lives and who dies, because it's not a good moment. This is not a happy ending. This is very, very not goodly. And I literally, I got out of the shower, got into my PJs, curled up in bed, and then just started noting everything that I wanted. Like, okay, like this beat, this beat, this beat, this beat, this beat, this beat. And then I sent it to Mars. I'm just like, so this is what happens when I read feedback and decide to take a shower. It's just like, pff, idea. So I'm starting another thing. It's fine. Usually when I forget the wet food, I could ask my parents to bring me some, but their cats eat the same stuff that she used to eat, and now we are trying to figure out what she can and cannot eat. Because it seems that chicken, fish, and beef are all some of the culprits. Oof. And those are the most basic ones. So only eat one kind of meat in her food for now. Yeah, as he only eats chicken. We've like wet food. There are a couple of fish, like there's salmon and tuna that she gets in her wet food, and she doesn't give two shits about that. She will not eat fish kibble. It's only chicken. She will only eat chicken for her dry food. Also, oh my god, my friend and I saved a hedgehog yesterday. It was so cute. It was on a random sidewalk with no place to hide on a busy street. It did poke me a bit, but it was pretty chill. That's so cute. I love that. That is awesome. Yeah, very, very not goodly. I mean, if you've read Incarnate's Rise, the character in question is Draga, who is the bar owner of the Sanguinarian. And at the last few chapters of the book, she kicks the party out of the bar because she has a business to run. She has to operate on both sides of the aisle in this vampire world. And so she has to deal with Ember Ward and his men. And Ember Ward had said in front of the whole main floor, in front, like the dance floor, whatever, that he is on his way. And he is going to collect his human that they have stashed. Because he thinks Kira is his by right of he's king and she needs to die because she's part of this family, blah, blah, blah. He's a little ass, okay? But he's the Mad King. Of course he is. So between the end of book 1 and book 2, he shows up at the Sanguinarian. So I have to write what happens when he arrives at the Sanguinarian and nobody he was looking for is there. That's the project today. If you haven't read Incarnate's Rise, it's not technically a spoiler. Technically, I mean, I feel like it's vague enough, so it's fine. I'm writing an autopsy scene. Do I need to concoct the results of the autopsy? Ooh, that sounds like fun. Oh my god, I also have a bar owner scene going into the autopsy. They are doing the autopsy in her back shed, and she's mad about it. Like, I might have the U.S. Army drinking and gambling inside. I was at the market yesterday where people sold their art, mostly pop culture and fan art stuff. So I got so many stickers and pins. Yay! Also bought some really cute earrings. So inside, and you are bringing a headless corpse into my backyard. What if they get lost and stumble across the support mess? That's fun. I love it. I don't know yet what I'll be working on. My brain is so tired. Work on just relaxing your brain. I mean, you know. Also, I've got to get this fluff taken care of again before Bookfest. Like I keep catching a sight of myself in the camera, and I've got hedgehog hair, like right there. I need to fix it. It's driving me nuts. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm very random. You know who I am. You know what I am. You know I bounce around topics like a bouncy ball on fire. So, anywho, um, yeah. I think we're gonna I'm gonna try to repair my coffee. And when I say repair my coffee, I mean make it not suck. There's enough space in it. I might add more creamer to see if maybe that'll help because it might just be too bitter because I also added espresso to it because I was really tired when I woke up this morning. So I'm like, I need all of the caffeine in my body. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not like you're calm and collected during other streams. This is the normal, I fear. Is it fear though? Is it fear when it is traditionally expected that I am a bouncy ball on fire? I mean, I was thinking about that today. Um, I was reading an article or watching a video of talking. It was a Brandon Sanderson thing, and he had mentioned that he wears a blazer to make himself look professional. Like that was it's such an out of context key. I don't remember. It was I should not watch these things at 12 o'clock in the morning. Um, and I'm just like, professional? What is professional? I don't think I could be professional. And I'm going to this event at the end of the month. And it's like, am I supposed to be professional? I only have one speed. I'm sure it's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Everything's fine. I am like going to be actively coaching myself to slow down because I know I talk really fast. Because I'm supposed, I think, I can't remember if I signed up to do a reading or not. I think I did. So I will be doing a reading. And I'm absolutely terrified that I will go really, really fast and stumbly and turn into a cracked out squirrel. It's fine. It's fine. Anywho. Yeah, I'm gonna do the things. We're gonna do some things. And yeah. I also made I said I'm was I muted when I said I made a couple of signs? Or at least mock-ups for a couple of signs? Because I was watching a video on another like author tuber, booktuber, who went to like I honestly her videos were a freaking like lifesaver with the whole publishing plan, even though like I could have followed it more closely and I didn't. But she went to BookCon in New York. And so she was talking about like how it went and what she did, what she brought, what she made. It was just this whole breakdown of like her experience at BookCon. Because I guess apparently people were like bad mouthing BookCon for random shit that happened. And she's just all like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. It's okay. Here's what happened with me. And she had a sign that was like, if you love, and it was like a whole bunch of title movie posters and book covers, pictures. And it was just like there was like Once Upon a Time. I think I saw it was a little image, but it was like, if you love, and then I had a whole bunch of arrows just everywhere. And since she has multiple series, it was like, okay, well, if it was one of those if yes, then go this way charts. That's what it was. It's like, if yes, then neat. And then it'll tell you like, oh, what books you'll be into. And so I made one of those, except for obviously, it's just the one book. You know what? Hold on. Flowchart. That's what it's called. Thank you, Steeg. Hold on. Share screen. So I made, oh God, hold on. I gotta move this over. Oh my God, there's so many windows. No, I didn't mean to remove it. I can do this. There we go. Okay. Close that one. Close that one. There we go. I did this. So it's like, if you like these things, then you're going to like the book. Right? All the arrows just point to one book. I mean, yeah. I'm not going that far because, it's going to be at the table with me. But it's like, if you like these 4 things, then you're this one book is what you're going to want. So, it's fine. And then the second page is just my price chart of the plan. It's a rough plan, but it is a plan. So, yeah. Now it's much easier when I just, just show the things I'm trying to talk about. Okay. I'm going to, hubby's been helping me. Oh, stop trying to do that. Minimize. I've had hubby help me with the math. He's going to be my assistant at the event, which I'm really happy. I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this by myself. So he's going to be my strong semi-muscular man and my emotional support human. And so I'm like, okay, so you have to help me with the math that I can set up for this whole thing. It is 28 days away and I'm still going, So, yeah, that's where we are. Should I stop rambling now? I feel there are times where I think, I should have people on screen with me because I'm just like rambling to the end of the universe. But I also feel like if I do that, the not shutting up will increase. It's not so much it's not as shots fired. It's a Firefly reference. Shut up. There are times where I think, and then the full stop look. Sometimes my brain is like one of those pull cord lawnmowers where you just have to wind it up before it actually starts. Okay. Take a drink of a soda pop. And then we're going to do a sprint. That's what we're here for. We're here to work and watch me ramble. Both things at once. It's fine. My tagline is writer professional hot mess, and I feel like I live up to it, so it's all good. Do I have it? I don't think I have. I have my channel tagline, which is writing gaming chaos videos sometimes. But that's not a me tagline. I don't know if I have a tagline. I don't know if I can think up a tagline. So I'm just gonna not and say we good. We did. It's fine. Okay. Of course, now I have to share the right screen, so I have to stop sharing this one. So now that's gone. So then I can reshare. This one. And then blap. Blap. And then we'll do that. And we're going to start our first 45-minute sprint of the day. So happy productivity, happy writing, happy vibing, happy playing of game, happy well refillage, all those things. And we'll see you guys back in 45 minutes. Yeah. I know how to push the buttons. Pushing the buttons is something I'm really good at. Hold on. I'm setting this up for later because I am a person who does things. Stop that. Go back to this. There we go. How did that go? How did that sprint do the things? I wrote 500 and oh god. 543 words. I could do a line. Retconned what I wrote yesterday and added 138 words to the process. You love it. So now I'm up to date on the scene and ready to continue. Awesome. Line, poor decisions is the safest place in town. Please, this shithole is a couple of sporting girls away from being a brothel. Oh, I like that. Let's see. Do we want last line or something more to the beginning? Because I've got two. I've got two. We're just starting into the nonsense. I love how I had to like go into Incarnate's Rise and remember what the Sanguinarian looks like, what Draga has said, what Sparkle has said. Both. Okay. Let's see. Draga snatched up the bottle on her desk, pulled the cork, and practically sucked back gulps of A positive. This day was too damn much for her to worry about a glass. Warmth slipped down her throat, smoky like Prohibition whiskey. By the Dragon, 25 was a great year, at least for booze and blood. So that's one of them. And then a little further down. Attention, Sanguinarian. Unfortunately, today's festivities have to come to an end early tonight. The night is young and New Duskland has plenty of life still in her for you to partake in. But we have some technicalities that we need to tend to. So if you could make a quick and orderly file to the exit, I would very much appreciate it. May the night keep you all. Draga dropped the microphone and the staff moved to usher the people toward the exits and out of the VIP room. To their luck, or misfortune, the lights dimmed. The shadows thickened, and the gate Rafferty told her Emberwort had opened widened again. Now. Why are we ending the party so early, I wonder? Look, Draga is life. Draga is one of my absolute favorite characters to write. They are 80s punk, but they're a vampire from like Prohibition era. They're just living their best 80s punk life. I've just decided this now, that they're actually a Prohibition era vampire. And they're the bar owner. So it's fine. And the king just walked in. Bad things are gonna happen. It's giving Raphael. Raphael from Baldur's Gate 3, obsessed with him as a villain. Look, Raphael was amazing. Raphael was just like peak, like he was just everything. And yeah, no, so that, hi Katie, welcome. So yeah, no, the why are we ending the party so early? Christopher is about to do some things, some horrible things to the people of the Sanguinarian. all I'm gonna say, because no spoilers. Because you never know, some people might not have read the book yet. But if you know what happened to the werewolves of Aurora Gorge, the Sanguinarian is about to suffer the same fate. And I'm having a laugh. It's so much fun. Stuff and things. I mean, I could basically say what the plan, the plot, possibly even the scheme is. Is Christopher's not happy. Christopher's not happy that he had to schlep all the way here after dealing with the werewolves, and he's been having to go between Aurora and New Duskland. He's getting sick of having to chase the people he is chasing. And the Sanguinarian is supposed to be neutral ground. He never is. It's true. It's supposed to be neutral ground, and the fact that the party was there was not a neutral thing to do. Because as far as Christopher is concerned, neutral is still doing what he says. And harboring the people he's hunting, no, not cool. Not cool. Draga is thinking, rent increase, or great, now they're going to take all the blood I have in storage, or like the petty things that Christopher's done in the past, where it's just like, you need to do what I tell you. I'm taking everything that's yours. Next time you'll behave. Is like, she's expecting that. So she's like, okay, let's try to evacuate, get the casualties down, because Christopher likes to kill. Okay. We're gonna get as many humans just gone. We're clearing house. It's great. Full evacuation, everyone shoo. But that's not what happens. Christopher is gonna take his pound of flesh. No, Draga is not dying. Draga has plot armor because they are in book 2. But they're in a very different headspace in book 2. And this is the short story as to what happens that's going to be talked about in book 2, but I'm like, you know what? I think a little side story would be super cool. So we're writing a little side story. And yeah. There is going to be a character death, though, unfortunately. There is a book 1 character that is going to die in this little short story. Probably, maybe. Where does this short story fall into the Godsborn Cinematic Universe timeline? It takes place probably a few minutes after Darian and the party, so Darian, Elizabeth, Kira, and Rafe, after they leave the Sanguinarian and are already on the road in both of their ways. So it's like Rafferty is the last one to leave. So probably about a few minutes after that, and before book 2. So this is how Draga ends up in the underground in book 2. So yeah, it's a little in there. Oh, my coffee tastes a lot better now. No, this is not happening in book 1. So sorry, I guess a more appropriate answer, like you say, in the timeline, okay, but it's after book 1 is concluded. Book 1 is done. You've read the last page, then the short story, then book 2. This is probably going to come out around book 2's release, just to kind of keep things in your head. So you're like, hey, wait, what happened? So it's like, for example, again, all these times are made up and the points don't matter. But if book 2 is going to release in October this year or next year, I would say this new story, which I'm calling it Project Leather Jacket. I do have a title. It does have a title. It'll come out to the general public probably a month before the release. But since you did say the words, so it takes place a few minutes after book 1. Got it. Yes. That's a really nice newsletter cookie, just saying. I will probably put it in the newsletter once I've got the short story finalized and I've thrown it at my editor. Then it will probably end. It will most likely end up on the newsletter first, and then a month before book 1's released to the general public is kind of the vibe. A victory for girls and gays everywhere. I mean, I've never. This is the first time I've written a. Well, is that true? I had to think about it. Yeah. Modern Era Godsborn. I think this is the first short story I have written for the Godsborn, especially for a side character. I know Immortal Masquerade exists. It's written, but that's not a short story. That is one of the books. So this is the first little vignette. I kind of like the idea of doing little vignettes in between books for like, hey, this thing happened kind of off screen, so let's talk about it. Like, I have other ideas for little stories, like the spin-off I want to do for Kira and Rafe, which is supposed to be like a cute little romantasy novella. I'm going to, so in book 1, you have everything's happening through Kira's perspective while she's with Rafe. And also in book 2, when I do this spin-off, I want to take those scenes and I want to throw them into Rafe's perspective because I think that would be really fun. Because Rafe is not a POV character and neither is Draga. And yeah, I think things are fun. I want to write a cowboy short story between book 1 and 2 for my cowboys my cowboy series, Christmas themed. Oh, that sounds cute. So I'm right with you in short story land. I hope it works. Like I have my phone here with my notes as to the story beats. This is not allowed to go over like 1,000 to 2,000 words. This is supposed to be short. It's literally drug opening, like the bottle, and then going upstairs, confronting Christopher, and then getting on their motorcycle and fucking off. Like that is all this is. But I'm also really bad at writing short stories generally because I like to overdo. I overwrite like a person who is me. I think short stories from other people's POVs is fun. I agree. I think so. I think so too. Obviously, like I want to do like something for Christopher at some point. That's a little weird though. I also like considered making bleh. Oh my god! I also considered writing his origin story at some point because I have bits and pieces. But that is part of the darkest prequel that it will ever be made. Because it's going to be chronologizing. It's going to have Annabelle, so his wife, Alexander's mom, and him, like their relationship, and their relationship is the definition of toxic. So that might not go well. For level of toxic, I just want to say that the song in their the two songs in their playlist right now is Poison by Real and 7 Minutes in Hell by Christy Costanza and Voila. those are the Annabelle and Christopher songs. So that should explain the level of toxicity in that relationship. So I am terrified of writing that particular novella. But yeah, I like the idea of having little short stories. I might also like write a collection of letters. Um in book 2, Kira has this box of her mother's things, and I kind of want to do like a goofy short like view into that box of the letters that show up. So that's another idea I have. It's fine. 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 I mentioned something called the Santa Fe job in the first book, as in the MC says we should do what we did at the Santa Fe job. So I want to write the Santa Fe job short story. Whew. And the character B says, "When were you in Santa Fe?" The answer goes, "Never been." Why is it called the Santa Fe job? Because we thought we were in Santa Fe. That's very that kind of I'm sorry, my brain, but it honestly reminded me of this. Kind of reminds me of Budapest, as you and I remember Budapest a lot differently. That scene in Avengers. I feel like that's what we're doing right now. We are giving explanations to our characters. This is what happened in Budapest moments, and I am living for it. Water's good. Have some. Today's water seasoning is brought to you by strawberry watermelon. I don't know why I keep putting it in my cup, because it is absolutely disgusting. Yet I'm still drinking it. But I have no idea what the Santa Fe job is, though. So, I mean, you have lots of time to figure it out. It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Whew. Oh, I have one last sip of this soda pop. I'm very upset. That'll have to be a short story for another time. That is fair. That is fair. Whew. All right. What do you say we do another sprint? Get some more words. Do some more things. Kill our darlings or maim our darlings. Or, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Everything's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. See, now I have 7 minutes in hell, and so now I kind of want to listen to that song again. I say, yay! Good. I'm glad we agree. Uh-oh. Google, don't you freeze on me. I will cut you. Oh, it's because I'm clicking on the window that's already open. Never mind. User error. I'm a dope. Okie doke. So, we'll be back after this 45 minutes or 45:58. You know what? It's fine. Happy productivity, happy sprinting, happy doing the do. We will see you back here in a little while. Happy happying. Okay, bye. that was the end of sprint number 2. How did we do, guys? I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Let's see. I said I had 500 something. What was it? 583 is what I had last time. Go find that. Go find 583. You know, that's close enough. That's 561 minus 20 words. Because I don't, my dyslexia goes, I don't remember how many words I had. So I wrote 905 words. So we're currently sitting at 1475. I've got a little bit more. I've got a little wiggle room, but we are getting toward the end. Steve got 395 words for the day. Hell yeah. I mean, we're still going to go for another sprint probably. So I'm not going home to shuffle horse shit and plant potatoes again. I finally have something important to do, something I'm good at. You're going to have to tie me to the coach to get with you. She crossed her arms. And that's the end of it. Everyone in their plurality, I'm so envious. I mean, to be fair, I'm writing Christopher. So as for a line, let's see. Gasps and murmurs echoed around as the patrons realized very quickly this wasn't a game. All the while, Christopher stood there, his expression holding something between boredom and annoyance. Where did they go? He took a step toward Draga. Honestly, I don't know. I told them to leave and that I had a club to run. It's the truth. I swear on blood and bone, Your Majesty. We had a deal. You get half my profits, your men get the pick of the place, and I get to keep this place neutral to all our people. They tried to stand tall to the Mad King, but their eyes wouldn't leave Sparkles. It's the dude. There's our buddy. Ah, yes, a wonderful arrangement, but you broke the neutrality when you allowed them here, when you sent them away. The girl, the progeny, the sister, they are mine. You are mine. This place is mine. Everything born of Varric is mine. I could read the whole thing and I'm like, no, don't do it. I'm having so much fun writing Christopher when he's starting to get just is bad, okay? It's so much fun. Dude, he's the fucking king. Of course he is. This guy, like, everything the light touches is his kingdom, and, you know, it's fine. Like, and Draga, bless their heart, okay, is just trying so hard. Be like, fuck you, bud. Fuck you. It's like, oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, so we're going to play this game. Okay, cool. Let's see how long you survive. So, yeah, no, we're having so much fun. We're having so much fun. It's great. It's great. I would when I consider Christopher as a character, it's that line between charisma and madness. And he likes to walk it like the floor is like, don't step on the crack, right? Like the floor is lava. You have like this inch. You don't. You just waddle that line. It's great. Just you know, yeah. He's a bit of a dick. He is like, he believes very, very strongly, since he won the last big conflict and nobody's been able to bring him down, that he is basically a god. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Everything's fine. Ow. I should drink more coffee. All right, what time is it? So we could do do a 35 for our last one. 35 doesn't sound half bad. White vampire man. White vampire man thinks he is God. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, I don't know. Everything. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Everything is fine. All I can guarantee is Draga makes out on the back of their motorcycle, or on their motorcycle. That's the only thing I think I can like possibly say is going to succeed from this little story. I'm having fun. Are we having fun? I'm having fun. I feel like fun is being had by me. Anywho, I think we should do another sprint. And get this wagon train moving because I'm so close to the end. We're so close to the end. It's fine. Okay. Just gotta jump down here. And we can go over here and we can do this. This will bring us to, yeah, we'll still have a little bit of time to chat. And then I'll run away and join the circus. Okay. Happy productivity, happy sprinting, happy streaming, I'm streaming. Happy doing whatever it is that we're doing while I do the things. I'll be back here in a little bit. That was the end of sprint number 3. Pardon the lighting. Grandmother turned the overhead light off by accident, so I'm using my studio light, which, I don't get to use very often, so it's fine. How do everybody do? I finished the day at... Hey, ma'am, I'm trying to see my screen. Ma'am? 1,800 words? Hi. See where we left off. You said I got like 905. Oh, goodness. Yes, hello. Get your paw off my screen, please. Thank you. I want to say it was here. So I guess it would be 432 if I'm mathing right. Stieg made pasta salad. Backed up my draft. Hell yeah. Good time to do that kind of thing, friends. Very, very important. Hello, Azzy. We have a cat. She is a cat. Let's see. Glass shattered. Screams started to die down. Thick black smoke billowed overhead. The building above creaked and groaned. Their instincts pushed them forward. Fear of being buried and burned alive coursed through them. Step by step, they stumbled, clinging to the wall. Oh God, the sentence is rough. Clinging to the wall on their feet only by force of will alone. Something like that. This is just a 0 draft, so Dio, hello. Took a bunch of black yarn and busted it back to fiber so I can make black opal blended for spinners. A black opal blend for spinners. Got that sentence down in the end. So yeah. Project Black Leather Jacket has now is done at 1,812 words. So yay. Actually, I like my I think I like my last bit more. It wasn't until they were blocks away that sirens echoed through the night, a delayed response. Christopher owned the police in this town after all. All the while, the sanguinarian, her home, her life burned behind her. That I think I should show that line first. But yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna go read through it. Not today, probably tomorrow. And then do a quick tidy, and then let it sit on the shelf until it's time to put it up on the newsletter, and then the time to actually release it. So we're doing good for the shape we're in. I know. I had to think. I had to think what would be the worst. What would make Draga so angry in book 2? I was like, there's only one thing she cares about, and that's the bar. So I'm taking the bar. Originally, I was just like, oh, he's just gonna take over and like replace her as management. Like, it's not going to be neutral ground anymore. It's going to be his. And then I'm just kind of like, I don't think that's powerful enough. So love burning bar though. I mean, yeah, burning the bar with everybody inside. Like they are the only one who makes it out. That's it. The bar was still full of patrons. And Christopher just took all the people that were loyal to him through the shadow gate and left. Because, My book's bar, Poor Decisions, is also burnt to the ground in retaliation. Twinsies! You're a mean one, Mrs. Grinch. Inside? Oh yeah. Yeah, no, they sealed the doors. They sealed the doors and left. That was the end of it. Look, Christopher is just, there is no mercy in that guy. None. He doesn't do mercy. The only reason she got out alive is because he left her very specific, or he left them very specific instructions. He's like, yeah, no, I need a messenger and a message. Go. Flee. Here's your chance. Okay. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. I love it. I'm an ass. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anywho, that brings us to the end of our time today. I should be back Monday, May 4th. Yeah, and I wrote the whole thing during the stream. Thank you. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes the brain just brains, and I'm very happy. So, yeah. Exactly. You always need one witness. Always. Yeah, it's going to be, we're not doing a Star Wars theme stream. It's just going to be that day. If not, keep an eye on social media. I'm only saying that because I know that I did agree to help Grant out on Sunday. It might also go into Monday. I also have that trope. Are we writing the same book? Does yours have vampires in it? Oh, I love that for us. I love that so much. It's fine. Everything is fine. Anyway, I am leaving. So I should be back on Monday. If I'm not, I will post on Instagram and on social media. Damn it, Stieg. An outlaw only known as the shepherd, leaves no one alive. How do people know his name if nobody lives to see them? No vampires. So we have a little bit of a difference. Anyway, until next time, I love and appreciate every single one of you. We'll see you guys in the next video, stream, reel, wherever the hell it is. You find me next. We're going to push the buttons.